this is JC. Welcome to Missed Again, where every missed shot is a lesson. It's not about perfect play, it's about my struggles and honest progress. One aspect of pool that advanced beginners may struggle with is when to use side spin or English. Understanding the effects of side spin and its variables takes work and experience. While you should learn how to use side spin and how much spin to use at some point, you should only do so when you've learned how to use the full vertical axis of the cue ball competently. Many think that it just means knowing how to hit center, follow, and draw shots, but that is just half of the potential. There are other shots like stun and drag, not to mention the nuanced shots that can be achieved when you hit different spots along the vertical axis and at different speeds. In this video, we will explore all the shots that can be taken using the vertical axis of the cue ball and discuss how the shots can be applied in actual gameplay. The vertical axis refers to the vertical line in the center of the cue ball. Your cue tip will contact the cue ball at different spots on this vertical line to cause the cue ball to behave differently. Starting from the top, you can apply top spin to perform a follow shot. Hitting the center with a soft or medium stroke will cause natural forward roll. If you hit the center hard at the correct distance, it can also be used to perform a stop or stun shot. Hitting the bottom of the cue ball will impart bottom spin, resulting in a draw shot. Using a different stroke and speed allows you to perform a drag shot. Hitting just above center allows you to perform a stun run-through shot. Hitting just below center is typically used for a better controlled stop and stun shot. With a different stroke and speed, you can also perform a stun draw shot. Here's a quick look at the different shots based on where you hit the cue ball along the vertical axis. Hitting the center with a soft or medium stroke will result in a natural forward roll of the cue ball after contact with the object ball. Hitting above center will impart top spin for a follow shot. Hitting just below center is used to perform a stop shot when the cue ball is straight in line with the object ball. Hitting just below center when the cue ball is at an angle to the object ball will result in a stun shot. Hitting just below center with a shorter stroke and less follow-through will result in a stun draw shot where the cue ball rolls back just a few inches upon contact with the object ball. Hitting just above center with a shorter stroke and less follow-through will result in a stun run-through shot where the cue ball rolls forward just a few inches upon contact with the object ball. Hitting low at the bottom of the cue ball with a good stroke and follow-through will result in a draw shot where bottom spin will cause the cue ball to spin backwards upon contact with the object ball. Finally, hitting low at the bottom of the cue ball with a shorter stroke with less follow-through will result in a drag shot where the cue ball first starts spinning backwards and then converts to forward roll just before contact with the object ball. Now let's talk through some examples of using only the vertical axis to run out a few balls. We are shooting in rotation from the 1 ball to the 9 ball. Always think at least 3 balls ahead. I need to get from the yellow 1 to blue 2 to the red 3. I shoot with the center ball hit to pocket the 1 ball. The cue ball travels approximately 30 degrees away from the object ball after contact. It rebounds off the cushion for position for the 2. For the 2 ball, I can draw the cue ball back to take the 3 ball in the right bottom corner pocket. But a safer shot is to use a center ball hit and go 2 cushions forward for position on the 3 ball to the bottom left corner pocket. For the 3 ball, in hindsight, I should have used top spin to follow the cue ball 1 rail into the bottom short rail and come back up to take the pink 4 ball in the bottom left corner pocket. However, I chose to use a center ball hit and go 2 rails to get shape on the pink 4. However, I did not use enough speed and the cue ball came up short. Instead of cutting the pink 4 into the bottom left pocket, I will bank it into the bottom right pocket using a center ball hit. It was a good recovery shot and I have some shape on the purple 5 to the bottom right pocket. However, it is a 45-degree cut shot down half the table length. It is a makeable shot. I use a soft follow shot to avoid scratching into the side pocket and go 1 rail for position on the 9 ball. But I missed. For the sake of this exercise, I would just try to see if I can pocket the 9 ball if I had pocketed the 5 ball. I use a center ball hit to pocket the 9 ball, sending the cue ball to the top shot rail with no possibility of scratching. Let's try another layout. There's a slight angle on the 1 ball, so I'll stun it to hold position for the 2 ball. However, I hit the cue ball a bit too hard, so I need a recovery shot to get in position for the 3 ball. I did not want to risk getting blocked by the purple 5 ball, so I played it a little short. So I have to shoot the 3 ball into the bottom right corner pocket. It is not an easy shot, but it will get me in position for the pink 4 ball. I play it with a center ball hit and go 2 rails for position on the 4 ball. I now have 2 options. I can perform a stop shot and take the pink 4 in the bottom right corner pocket, or I can try to draw the cue ball back to take the 4 ball in the right side pocket. I feel confident, so I go for the draw shot. I execute the shot well and get in position for the 9 ball. There's a slight angle on the 9 ball, so I stun the ball to the left to hold position on the 9 into the same pocket. Well, that's it. I hope this video demonstrates the potential and importance of using the vertical axis of the cue ball for shot making and cue ball control. It is very useful to spend time mastering all the shots on the vertical axis before you start experimenting with side spin. Try to play games only using the vertical axis and incorporate it into your practice sessions. Is this something you already do, or do you only use the vertical axis even when playing real games? Let me know in the comments below. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like the content in general, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. It will really help the channel out. You can also support the channel by checking out my merch store at missagainpool.com. Every miss makes us better, so let's grow together. My name is JC. Try not to miss again.